Facebook, Topsy and Tim and a new baby. Topsy and Tim were having tea with Tony Welch. Tony's mum was going to have a baby. It was going in her tummy. Tony put his hand on his mum's big tummy. I can feel the baby moving, he said. Tony's mum let Topsy and Tim feel our tummy too. Ooh, said Topsy. It kicked my hand. When will the baby be born? Asked Tim. In a week or so, said Tony's mum. I hope it's a girl, said Topsy. Later, Tony took Topsy and Tim upstairs to see the new baby's bedroom. I'm going to let it sleep in my old cot, he said. Topsy and Tim had brought a bag of their old baby clothes for the new baby. They helped Tony's mum to put the clothes away in the drawer. One morning, Tony came to school looking very pleased. I've got a baby brother, he told the class. He was born in the night and he's called Jack. You are lucky, said Topsy and Tim. Yes, said Tony. I haven't seen him yet because he was born in hospital, but Daddy is taking me there after school. The next day, Tony came to play with Topsy and Tim. He was carrying a new car. Jack gave it to me, he told them. Can we see Jack? Asked Tim. We'll go and meet Jack next week, said Mummy, when Tony's mum brings him home. What's he like? Asked Topsy. He's very little and he cries a lot, said Tony. Topsy and Tim talked about Jack all week long. Then Saturday came, Mummy took them to see him. Can I hold him? Asked Topsy. She sat on the floor and Tony's mum put him on her lap. He felt very warm. I want to hold him too, said Tim. Oh. Jack began to cry. Tony's mum picked him up. Why is he crying? Asked Tim. Babies don't know how to talk, so they cry when they need something, said Tony's mum. He's pooped his pants, said Tony. No, he hasn't, said his mum. Perhaps he's hungry, said Topsy. I think you're right, said Tony's mum. Tony's mum started to feed Jack. He stopped crying and made loud sucking noises. I want to drink too, said Tony. There are some cartons of juice in the fridge. Juice in the fridge. Tony said his mum. I expect Topsy and Tim would like a drink too. After they finished their drinks, Topsy and Tim and Tony went out to play football in the garden. When they came back in, Tony's mum was changing Jack's nappy. Topsy and Tim stood and watched. Now I'm going to give Jack his bath, said Tony's mum. Would you like to help me, Tony? Tony shook his head. Topsy and Tim played with Jack, while Tony's mum put warm water in baby's bath. He tested it with her elbow to make sure it wasn't too hot for Jack. When she put Jack in the bath, he began to cry. He doesn't like the water, said Tim. Yes, he does, said Tony. He lifted the baby sponge and squeezed some water onto Jack's toes. Jack stopped crying and gurgled. He's laughing, said Topsy. That's because he likes his big brother, said Tony's mum, and she gave Tony a hug. Isn't it lucky to have a little brother, said Topsy on the way home. I think Jack's lucky to have a big brother like Tony, said Tim. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the story today. Just ignore that music because my mum's doing a workout. She has it so loud. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's story, Topsy and Tim and the new baby. I will see you whenever I next post.